to keep a soul fragment as fabulous as me waiting." Kiran pinched the bridge of his nose. "I understand, but we need time to come to a decision. There are too many choices with too many outcomes." "Only fools rush in," said Joy, winking at Kiran. He smiled. "Exactly. And if we rush now and don't take time to discuss it properly, then we will make a big mistake. With even bigger consequences," Joy added with a grin. Kiran looked at Asher, then slowly scanned the room with a lost expression. His shoulders slumped. "If I could snap my fingers and use my time affinity to stop time, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You've no need to do something so mundane when you have me at your service. Why don't you all step into my chamber?" Ozma replied. Sami arched her brow. "I thought this was your chamber," she said, eyes clear and honest. Ozma laughed. "What a delight you are. I mean my other chamber." Everyone shared a puzzled look. They were surrounded by white walls, no doors visible anywhere. "Your other chamber?" Sami asked. The decagonal chamber they were in had a glowing bronze circle in the center. Asher felt a strong draw to it. Ozma stood in front of it, stopping Asher from getting too close. "This is my seal. The seed of my existence lives within it. It contains many summoning inscriptions which I can influence. Right now, think of it like a mystical lift. If I press my hand in the center, I descend deeper into the inner layers of this pocket world, right to the core chamber I call the Singularity." Asher frowned. "I don't understand." "Fine," she huffed. "I will use a simpler explanation, one your meek mind can understand. The Forbidden Mystic Realm contains many layers of reality held together by the Quanta Force, a force that keeps your feet firmly on the ground." "Many layers, like an onion?" Sami asked. "That is a great analogy," Ozma replied. "Yes, like the layers of an onion, and this chamber is in one of the middle layers where time slows down. But if you travel to the center of the onion, the Singularity, time and space come under so much pressure, they are suppressed into an almost non-existent state." "And that means?" Asher asked. "Time and space lose their meaning there, giving you all the time you need to pointlessly argue with one another when we all know you're going to go after Shivo." "I didn't know you could predict the future," Kiran said. "You doubt my magnificence?" Ozma replied vaguely. Asher wanted to remind her how not magnificent her whole teleportation mix-up was. It had left them inside instead of outside the Great Hall of Trophies. But he held his tongue. Ozma drifted towards the seal. "Let me show you what to do," said Ozma, smiling. "Wait right here." Asher almost laughed. Where else were they going to go? Ozma placed her hand on the seal. Suddenly she dissolved in the bronze light, only to reappear a moment later. Stepping to the side, Ozma said, "Excellent news. It is still working after an eternity of lying dormant. Now, line up one by one and descend to the Singularity." Asher wasn't sure how it happened, but he ended up first in line. He took a step forward into the light, expecting to dissolve like Ozma did. Nothing happened. "Close your eyes," said Ozma, "and think the words, 'Descend to the Singularity.'" Asher squeezed his eyes shut. He pushed away thoughts about how much he hated portals, flying, and now this mystical lift. Taking a deep breath, he thought, "Descend to the Singularity." Whoosh! Asher's stomach lurched and then settled in a heartbeat. Had he arrived already? Pleasantly surprised, he opened his eyes to find himself surrounded by a great big sea of white nothingness. Thunderstruck, that was the only way he saw fit to describe how he felt. Looking down, the glowing bronze circle was now under his feet. He sighed in relief and half smiled. Now, that wasn't too bad. Crash.